Howdy folks, my name's Casey. I'm here to take you on a little adventure. Today we are at Starkey Park and we're going to check out some mountain bike trails and do some camping out here somewhere. We have spot 3 reserved. So I haven't been on a bike in years. I actually had to get on a bike and ride it around my neighborhood just to make sure I could do this because it's been for real a long time. But it was like riding a bike. It was that easy. So these trails out here are mountain bike trails. And they run all over the place out here. Many, many miles of bike trails. But yeah, for the campers, you have to check in between 2 and 5 p.m. And it's noon right now. So we got 2 hours to kill. So we're going to do one of these trails. Yeah, I really need to check out a map and figure out where the campsite is because I don't know where that is. Oh, plus it's raining. So the bike that I have at home is a 1980s Schwinn something or other, but it's a road bike. So I went to Walmart, picked up the cheapest mountain bike that they have, and this is it. It's a Huffy, and it's going to be our mode of transportation today. For the camp gear, I have it very light. Everything fits on the bike and in a backpack. But on the bike, I got the water bottle, and then this is the toolkit with the spare tire and everything. Hopefully I don't need that, but that's the just-in-case bag. All right, let's ride. See how that rock steady setting on the camera does, but yes, I should have a helmet on. I'm sure some of you will comment that, and you are correct, I should, but I don't have one, so. And I'm old, I'm gonna ride slow. I'm not pushing myself too hard. All right, just coming out to a paved road here. Ride down this for just a moment. See what the signs say. All right, I'm gonna circle back and then go down that trail some more. Just trying to burn up the next 2 hours. Now here's the legal requirements for a helmet. Bicycle rider or passenger under 16 must wear a helmet. All right, let's keep pressing on carefully. This is a neat little interactive thing. So they have the sun here. This is the sun to Pluto. So the sun and then each of the planets, just to show you the distance, how far away Pluto is. So let's check that out. So that's the sun. This is Mercury. And then Venus. And then Earth. There's Mars. There's a buck and then there's a doe right there. That's cool. Wonder if they know that they're just outside the solar system. You're beyond Pluto. There it is. Pluto and our 2 curious deer. Well, that was pretty neat to experience the size of the solar system being that big. That's crazy. And then to see the 2 deer, they're just now went around the corner. I was watching them for about 5 minutes there. So great start to the day. There's even more wildlife out here. There's a gopher tortoise. Let's see if he doesn't like me. He's a big guy. I don't want to disturb him too much, but he plows right through that stuff. Not bad for a Walmart special right there. Yeah, this bike's riding really smooth, shifting really easy. Like, kind of impressed with it actually. Yeah, for not being on a bike, let's see if I can do this and actually film it without wrecking. Look, Mom, no hands. I feel like a kid again. This is great. Look, there's more wildlife. An armadillo. What up, armadillo? All right, well, looking at this map, I don't know if you can see it, that's where we're going, that red dot, and that's where we are. And it's so close, but it's to our right. So what I'm going to do, leave the camera mounted there, but just kind of go, there's like this little trail here, and it's almost like a car's been through here or a 4-wheeler, so we're going to check it out. But this is the direction we need to go. Yeah, so I figure we just head this way. And we're still got plenty of time in the day. Oh, I see it. I see a sign. All right. Now, there's got to be a more practical way to get here. Just got to figure that out. And imagine there's a trail over here. There is a trail, but it looks like it's the Florida Trail. I don't think you're allowed to ride bikes on the Florida Trail. Let's check out this site real quick. Oh yeah, this will be nice. We got a bench, there's a fire ring, nice little stove. Let's see what's over here. Looks like there's a little side trail. Okay. So there's a access road that comes through here and runs out. So this will go back to the power lines. So I'll be able to take this and then take that trail. I'll be able to run that back up to the power lines, and the power lines to the bike trail, and the bike trail back to the car. And it's 1:20, so we got tons of time. Tons of time. That's crazy. Like, hiking 3 or 4 miles takes forever, but on a bike you just get there. Great. 3 more deer. This place is awesome. It's so much wildlife out here. I just met a couple of YouTubers back there. Mary and Jim with Fresh Air was the word underneath the little QR code I flashed. But they seem like a really nice couple, just out enjoying nature. They have a 360 camera. They both have cameras mounted on their heads. Like, their footage, I bet, is pretty good. I gotta check them out. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a turkey in the road. It's a hen. There's no beard on her. Gobble, gobble. You better hustle, Thanksgiving's coming. Actually, I think the turkeys are safe in here. Plus she's a hen, so, you know, she's safe anyway. All right, we made it back to the car in record time. It is 1:40, so just cruising through the miles. I don't know, it might be better than hiking. Look, more deer. Look at this guy. Good job. There's so much wildlife out here. Sleeping tonight's gonna be hard. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of noises tonight. And I don't have a game camera yet. Someone suggested, I've been thinking about it, someone suggested getting a game cam and setting it up to watch the tent, because the animals love me so much at night for some reason. Actually pick up those sounds that I hear from there. And then also if I sleep through anything and they pass, you know, that'd be pretty good too. All right, that process was super easy. There's a check-in kiosk right here, and you go up there, give him your information, and he actually had all my stuff in the computer already from when I reserved it. I have a parking pass, so that goes on the dash, and then there's a spot called the Corral, which is just down a crushed limestone path back over here. So go park, load everything up, and head out to the campsite. Oh yeah, check this out. Such a minimalistic way to go. But I have 4 liters of water, my tent and my blanket, and then everything else I need inside my backpack, and then another liter of water. I mean, that's pretty light travel right there. And I'm carrying a lot of extra stuff that I don't really need. I just decided, since I had room in my backpack, I just shoved it in there. Like the fishing pole, there's one small body of water. I'm gonna try and fish, but not expecting to catch anything out of there. All right, we're cruising. So far, so good. I was just talking to the rangers. He saw my fishing pole and asked about where I was going to fish at. And I told him I was going to try that little spot of water by the power lines, and I'll show you guys. But he said that gets pretty low, and the likelihood of there being fish is, pretty slim just because the water gets too warm. But he said if I go across Ridge Road and up into the next preserve, still on this trail, there's 2 bodies of water that have small fish in there. So we'll go set up camp, see how we're feeling, and then maybe do a little fishing. Yeah, down in there is the water I was talking about by the power lines, but they said it gets low. They said it stays pretty shallow. There's otters that live in there, so there's got to be something for them to eat. But yeah, they said fishing's probably not good there. So we'll get to camp, just got to ride through the woods a little bit, and we'll be there. Look at this. It's torn up by hogs. You're not going to be able to get a good reference for how torn up this is, but those are deep, like 1 foot, 1.5 foot deep divots right here. Or even that big one in the middle there, that's like 2 foot or more. Big hogs through here. Not the little babies, the big ones. Yeah, I parked the bike right there because I wanted to walk down. You can see this water here. It looks like it's relatively deep. I mean, I know it gets shallow, but right now it's not. And that looks like there's fish in there to me. There's at least an alligator in there. Rookie mistake. I forgot my lighter. I was setting up my camp and I was going to show you guys everything, and I was looking for my lighter and I don't have it. I think it's in my other bag. So figure this out. But I want to show you my tent. I have this hanging light, so it casts like just a nice glow. I have my sleeping pad, my whoopee for my sleep cover. I like 2 pillows. I got 6 liters of water, the battery packs, change of clothes, my hairbrush, like everything's in here. Headlamps, bug spray, a bright light, all kinds of goodies. And then for the kitchen area, I was just going to use a little sterno with this little sterno stovetop in the cup. My pantry, it's got all my foods. I got a breakfast and a dinner and my snacks. And then fishing gear, extra 550 cord, my air pump, bike stuff, fishing pole, my bag. The tent I set up on the table again. I think that's going to be my new thing. If there's a table, my tent's going on top of it. There's so much wildlife running around out here, as you've seen in the video so far. And the sign of those big hogs. Hogs scare me. It's one of the only animals out here that I'm legit scared of, only because they're not aggressive. They're not going to attack me, but they don't care that you're there. So they'll just move you out of the way. And that's what scares me. Not that I don't think they're going to come get me, but I think if my tent's on the ground and it's in the path that they want to go, they're just going to move it with their big tusks. So propped up, nice and safe. And I need a lighter. So it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the car. I don't know if I have a lighter in my car. All right, what I'm not gonna forget though is my car key. I'm gonna make sure I have that, and then we'll head back to the car. Crazy. Right past them. All right. Well, made it back to the car. My legs are so tired right now. They're not recovering. Like the lactic acid buildup is just like staying there. So, all right, now I got to see if I can find a lighter in here. All right, so I usually use the Volvo, and the Volvo has all my camping gear in it. And I've been swapping my gear so often through different bags. I've just been losing track of everything. But in the car, I found this really nice Leatherman. Found this really nice compass. Found this lighter, which doesn't do anything, just sparks. Ooh, was that flame? No. But after I couldn't find anything usable in my center console, I was going through the back of my car, and one, I found a good lighter. This one actually lights. But two, I'm not bringing it with me out there. But look at this, a whole stove. And this one doesn't even need a lighter. It's got the little igniter. So I really wasn't sure if I was going to find a lighter in this car. I'm so glad I did. Even that one that just sparked, I could have made that work. Just not as easily as one that has flame. So, all right, it's 4:45. I'm going to drink some water, rest for just a minute, and then we'll get back. Yeah, this is pretty neat here. I think it's just for the Swift Mud to check the water depths out here. Wow. It's pretty rugged. The boards are just mostly rotten through. Cool spot though. Let's see if we survive walking out here. Oh. My legs are so tired. I got the bike on like the easiest gear to pedal, and my legs are still just achy. So we still got another, not a mile, but you know, it's got a little bit to go. But it's 4:15, yeah, so I've been, whoo, this is wobbly. So I've been pedaling for, what's that, 25 minutes? Yeah, and I'm still not back. Yeah, that's Florida swamp right there. So I think what I'm gonna do is get back to camp. I'm not gonna fish today, my legs, I'm not gonna do anything else. But get back to camp, gather firewood, and have a nice little fire tonight. Just relax and chill, let my legs recover. All right, the quest for gathering wood was fruitful. Show you, we got our small, medium, and bigger, and then even bigger, and then our actual burn pile over there. So yeah, with all this, we got enough wood to burn for, you know, several hours without a problem. But while I was gathering wood, I saw where a controlled burn happened very recently. So I wanted to show you guys that. Yeah, the Florida FWC does such a nice job. So you see, this is all green here. And then you have your fire break, and then where they did the controlled burn. So now everything that was here that's burnt is going to become nutrients into the soil. All the trees are going to suck up that nutrients, and it'll be a healthy forest. So, but this was done very recently. It's pretty cool. I just noticed like a concrete block over here. I'm gonna go check this thing out. What we got here? Huh. Oh, it's a pump. See the handle down there? This is Swift Mud property, so they do a lot of things with water, but I guess they're running water from somewhere, but that's a control valve. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to camp, and I'll light the fire in about an hour or so. I'll light it at 7, sunsets at 7:30, so that way you have it going well before it's actually dark. But yeah, I need to sit down and rehydrate and just relax for a minute. Oh, I gotta eat dinner too. I've been busy. So I have these little sternos, a couple of them at the house, and they're just kind of like backups just in case, you know, emergency or something. The odds of me ever actually using one of these because I ran out of everything else is pretty much none, but I have them, you know, just in case. So, but I've never actually cooked with one, so I'm gonna see how it goes. Did buy this little stove. It packs down super tiny, so that can go in there with the sterno. The stove is just a cross. Pop the lid off. Oops. Alright, that's just that gel. Oh, it's instant. Okay, good. Yeah, you can't really see it, but the flame's coming up really high. I don't know if you can see that flame or not. It's coming out pretty high. Impressive. Well, sternos are very ineffective. So it's got it almost to a simmer, but it's been over 10 minutes. This is just getting warm enough to actually put in here, but to get a boil, it takes some serious time. If it even can, it might not be hot enough to boil. Although it's not strange to hear voices out here because it's such a popular area, it is like 40 minutes until dark and a long ways from any like big intersecting places. So, but I hear somebody coming down the trail. Kind of like last time I was out. I'm gonna walk out there and meet them though. I want them to come all the way into camp here. Yeah, I'd imagine if I was hiking on the Florida Trail, I probably wouldn't make reservations either, just because you don't really know when you're going to get to a spot. So I don't fault them there. But I don't see anybody. I'm at a T, so I can see down this path pretty far. And this is the Florida Trail right here. Then it runs back this way, all through there. And then this is the access road for Swift Mud through here. Yeah, I could hear people talking. It was faint, but I could hear them. There are 2 other primitive campsites, but they're not really near here. I don't know what the actual distance is, but they're not like, the 3 sites aren't like on top of each other. So, all right, well, I guess I'll go back to camp, get that fire started. I gotta eat, and then see if anyone shows up. Might be a party. All right. Oh man, I'm so sore. See if we can do anything here. Palm fronds have a little dampness to them, but I think they'll go. Until it's ashy, that's actually going to take off pretty quick. Oh, it's smoke. Flames to come through it. Seen a fire start that smoky in a while. Almost like it's wet wood. Alright, well that's gonna go for sure. There's enough fires to see that happen. Did get a big strong wind, could snuff it out. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward because that's gonna go. So I haven't really done it like this before, but I just loaded this. It's going so fast and hot. I just threw a bunch of wood on there. Just let it go. Yeah, that'll take. It'll be a good fire. Yeah, look how nice that turned out. That's a good fire right there. All right, the sun is setting and that fire is doing so good. We still have lots of wood left over here too. I'll show you the sky. There's a little bit of rain up there, a couple rain clouds, but not too bad. Yeah, I love this. The glow of the fire right at sunset, awesome. I can still hear voices every now and then, so I think there must be a campsite that's nearby because they're not getting closer or further away. And it's just at the edge to where I can't make out what they're saying, but I can still, I can tell it's human voices. So. Oh man. It's still early. What time is it? 9. I'm getting leg cramps. I'm gonna have to get some electrolytes in me. But yeah, I'll get the electrolytes and then hydrate. But yeah, it's my right hamstrings really locking up. On a side note, temperature is amazing. It's calm. Stars up there. The moon. That light right there is the moon in the center of the screen. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. All right, if I'm going to be up and rehydrating and stretching my legs, brought the fire back to life. Oh, good morning. It's a little after 7. But the birds are singing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up soon. Looking at the sky, there's clouds up there. It's all gray. It's called for rain, so I don't want to be out here too much longer. Yeah, after yesterday, seeing the deer, the armadillo, the turkey, the tortoise, all that sign from the hog, I thought I'd get woken up like crazy last night. I didn't hear a single animal. That's crazy. All right. Let's tear this all down. All right, so camp is all packed up. But I want to show you this cool tree. I don't know what happened here, but there's a pine tree that's got a spiral that runs all the way up it. Well, not all the way up it, but 25 feet in the air. Yeah, check this out. So it goes up. Let's see if I can spin and track it at the same time. But yeah, it makes a complete 360 around the tree. It keeps going up there. Oh, I see. It was a vine that was attached to it. And you can see the side of the vine here. But it just didn't let the bark grow, and now the vine's gone. That's pretty neat. Yeah, just that short walk, I can feel like my legs are already, I can feel the blood in there. So yeah, it's going to take a couple days to recover from that. All right, well, I'm going to wrap up this video. This trip out at Starkey Park was awesome. I had no idea this place was so big, tons of trails. I'm definitely going to do more bike rides. That was a lot of fun. My legs are smoked from it. The Florida Trail runs right through here. That was pretty neat. The campsite's great. I'll definitely be back to Starkey Park. I had no idea that this was here. It was this close. There were so many animals running around. So thanks to Mr. Fishhook for letting me know about this place. A great spot. Definitely checking it out again. If you're watching in real time, there will not be a video next week. I got the Cumberland Island trip I got to prep for and then go do. and I don't have enough time to get another video in between the time frame. So no video next week, but the week after that will be the Cumberland Island trip, and super excited about this trip. It was a year ago, this time, October last year, that I was out there and a hurricane came through and I got kicked off. So I really want to finish up that trip, see everything on that island that I did not get to see, and just get closure on Cumberland Island. So, all right, well, that's all I got for you guys right now, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.